Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful Flathead Valley in northwestern Montana for Pioneer League Baseball. My name is Scott Gladstone, so excited to bring you game number 70 on the season for the Glacier Range Riders as they play host to the visiting Great Falls Voyagers. The Voyagers come in with a record of 13 wins and 9 losses. On the other side, the Glacier Range Riders currently sit at the bottom of the North Division with an 8-14 record. However, the second half, the records with the records resetting in the second half, it is a brand new start for the Glacier Range Riders. They have 6 games to make up between them and first place. I was looking at the tiebreaker scenarios early in the day, and I'll tell you what, the Glacier Range Riders don't look like they'll have very many options if it comes down to a tiebreak, so they really want to win first place in the North outright. And winning against Great Falls tonight would be a big step forward in doing so. They play the Great Falls Voyagers in 14 out of their next 26 contests. These two teams will no doubt define the rest of the season. Last night, these two teams played to a 7-2 win, and the man that really was one of the biggest pieces in it was the starting pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders, Tanner Solomon. Tanner Solomon pitched 7 2/3 inning, a record, the most ever a Glacier Range Rider starter has gone into a game, en route to a convincing 7-2 victory. A big part about the Range Riders pulling away was the man that just got his name announced. It was Livingston Morris. His 442-foot launch over the left field fence put the Range Riders in a comfortable lead, and from there, it was 1/3 of an inning from Brett Barnett, and then the final inning from Austin Steinfort that finished off the contest in favor of these Glacier Range Riders. 7-2, that final score. Also a great day for Eddie Mccabe. You can check out the interviews from both Eddie Mccabe and Tanner Solomon doing a dual interview for me last night. You can check that out on any of the Glacier Range Riders. As we just had a cool moment, Will Mangurian getting announced, making his professional baseball debut. We're going to finish off the starting lineups with our PA announcer, Tony Hernandez, and then we got an in-person national anthem being sung, I believe, here. So stay tuned for that. Excited to bring you Pioneer League Baseball coming right up. And welcome Jess Mcconnell to the field.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars go. Let us fight o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the road of night. That a flag was still, oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the and the
A beautiful national anthem sung by Jess McDonald to bring us in to Game 70 of this Pioneer League season. Scott Gladstone bringing you all 9 innings, maybe more, of Pioneer League baseball. So excited This series sits at 5 wins for the Glacier Range Riders, 12 wins for the Great Falls Voyagers. Here at Flathead Field, the total record between the two is 2-4. The Glacier Range Riders will line up like this. Mcconnell leading off, then it's Ryan Cash. Livingston Morris bats third. Brody Wofford will bat fourth, play first base. Eddie Mccabe batting fifth. Ryan Cole sixth. The bottom three are Sims, and then the debutant, Will Mangurian. And Mason Dennison rounds out in the second leadoff spot. For the Great Falls Voyagers, their starting 9 is led off by Brayden Daniel after getting 2 nights off. A pinch hit last night, for the most part, a night off. Braden Daniel leads off. Jake Malek bats second. Riley Jepson will bat third. Chris Monroe batting fourth. Derrick Colbush fifth. Michael Deeb sixth. And the bottom 3 are Colin Runge, Lucas Polanco, and Adam Oviedo. The starting pitcher making his third start for the Great Falls Voyagers in his rookie season, Andrew Garcia. We'll talk more about the graduate of the University of Antelope Valley, an NAIA school in, of course, Antelope Valley, California, when we head to the bottom of the first. But first, let me tell you about the starting pitcher for the Glacier Range Riders. He wears the number 15 and has nice flowing locks. It's Noah Barros coming off a fabulous performance, going 7 full and allowing no earned runs against the Billings Mustangs on Sunday. Here on Saturday, now getting his chance to etch his name in this series. He played 3 seasons at Holy Names, University of Holy Names in Northern California, after heading there. And his ERAs over those 3 seasons: in 2020, 2.53. In 2021, 2.70. In 2022, 2.59. Incredible marks for Noah Barros, who was a first-team All-Pac-West selection. Over the course of his collegiate career, a 10-6 overall record. He had 176 career strikeouts this year. He has a lot of franchise records that he currently holds, including strikeouts, innings pitched, and total wins. First pitch, we are underway with a pitch low and inside on Brayden Daniel, leading off out of the left-handed batter's box. Starting pitch is thrown at 7:03 here in the Flathead Valley. 85 degrees and sunny, and that one will miss. Count will go to 2-0. Two-0 pitch coming into Daniel. Misses up high. Count is now 3-0. Not the most confidence-inducing start from the right-hander, but of course, leadoff walk doesn't hurt anybody, especially Barros. He's come back from much worse. 3-0. Finds the zone there. Count goes to 3-1. Our umpires tonight: Paul Graham is the man behind the plate. Dion Dice is over at first base. Brandon Snyder is the third base ump. This one swung on to second base, fielded by Ryan Cash, thrown on target and in time to first base for out number 1. Up comes Jake Malek now. Jake Malek batting at the 2 spot. Let me go over the defensive alignment for the Glacier Range Riders. Drew Sims is the man behind the plate. Eddie Mccabe will play over at third base. Mason Dennison, the shortstop, switching his number from 9 to 23, just in case you're confused at all. Ryan Cash plays at second, and Brody Wofford is the first baseman. Livingston Morris will play in left field as we get a square to bunt, but it's going to go foul. Ben Mcconnell is the center fielder. Ryan Cole is the right fielder. Obviously, with the fact that Mason Dennison is wearing the number 23, you might be wondering, if you're at home, what happened to the old number 23? Well, unfortunately, Sam Linscott, who had been wearing the number 23 for most of the season, has been put on the inactive list for the remainder of the year after injuring his wrist on a hit-by-pitch earlier this series. Swing and a miss on a 1-1 count. Count goes to 1-2. Of course, 2 other range riders put on the inactive list today as well: Dean Miller and Dawson Day. Both key members like Lynn Scott of this Range Rider squad. Another ball hit to second, fielded by Cash, thrown on target and in time for another 4-3 ground out. Of course, if any of those three or any of their families are at home watching the Range Riders, wish them the best of luck, recovering, getting back to the shape they know they can get to. They were huge parts of this Range Riders inaugural season, and all three of them have etched their names in the record books in different ways. 2 outs now as Riley Jepson comes in. Noah Barros trying to work a 1-2-3 inning after falling behind 3-0 to the first batter. First pitch, swing and a miss from Riley Jepson. Count goes to 0-1. Another check swing. Ooh. I think he went there. Are we going to get an appeal? Nope, nobody's going to ask. Man, that was close. At least worth a look over at the third base ump, but Brandon Snyder not called upon. Man, I thought he broke the plane. 1-1 coming in. Misses off the plate. Count goes to 2-1. Maybe that on-swinging strike call will prove to be a difference here. It was last night, actually. The Riley Jepson was able to draw a 2-out walk and later scored on a Monroe double. This one is a high fly ball to left field. Backing up is Livingston Morris. He'll get to the track, and a late adjustment to shoot his left glove out there, but it is out number 3. The Range Riders and Noah Barros work a 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the first. Back here, we're in the bottom of the first inning. It's Ben Mcconnell leading off this half inning for the Glacier Range Riders. Let's go over their lineup real quick. Mcconnell leading off, Cash batting second, Livingston Morris third. Wofford, Mccabe, and Cole make up the middle three. The bottom three are Sims, Mangurian, and Mason Dennison. Mangurian, of course, making his professional debut. Be exciting to see his first at-bat when we get there. But first, let's see the first pitch from Andrew Garcia. First pitch misses outside. A called ball, not a super wide zone, it seems, coming from Paul Graham today. He'll keep these pitchers in check. A 1-0 coming in. Swung on by McConnell. It's foul out of play. Count goes to 1-1. This one is swung on. It's another foul ball. Count will go to 1-2. Andrew Garcia, the starting pitcher for the Great Falls Voyagers tonight. 3 years at NAI Antelope Valley. Over that time, a 14-3 record and a 3.82 ERA. That one misses low and in. Count goes to 2-2. Strikeout to walk ratio over his collegiate career, similar to that of Noah Barros. 158 strikeouts to 46 walks. Just allowed 5 home runs over that time. This season, this is just his 3rd appearance as we get another foul ball. And I believe that was Noah Marcello that couldn't barehand it. Count is staying at 2-2. Andrew Garcia this past spring in Antelope Valley. What a spring it was. 10 wins, 1 loss, a 2.31 ERA in 14 appearances, 12 starts. He had 4 complete games, and there we see some of his spectacularity with a swing and a miss out of Ben Mcconnell to lead off this contest. Comes Ryan Cash, who had himself a great night. He was one of the range riders that could have earned himself a game ball. He had a huge RBI single that scored Ben Mcconnell in the bottom of the 7th. That made way for Livingston Morris to bring him home on the 442-foot home run. First pitch swinging. It's a foul ball out of play from Ryan Cash. Count goes to 0-1 with 1 out. Garcia, 1 strikeout already. He's not a super big customer, standing 5'11", 200 pounds. That one misses the zone. Count goes to 1-1. I have him here at 6'1" on Baseball Reference. So cut the difference. Call him about 6 foot, somewhere around. 6'1" on a basketball roster for sure. This one misses up high. Count goes to 2-1. Also due up this inning, number 3 batter, Livingston Morris. Last time up, he struck out, but the time before that, as we get a foul ball, that one was into the foot of Cash. The time before that, he did strike out in the bottom of the 8th, I believe, but time before that, bottom of the 7th, rocked a 442-foot bomb. Of course, I mentioned it almost every time up. He's become a folk hero in these parts. Everybody almost that has come to a Range Riders game knows his name because of his prowess at the plate. 2-2 coming into Cash. Called strike 3. Nice pitch from Andrew Garcia to find the zone. And there is 2 gone by way of Ks for Andrew Garcia. Up comes Livingston Morris, and as usual, a little extra sugar on the applause, especially if they saw the Instagram reel that I put out on social media of Livingston Morris's home run. You can check that out wherever you follow the Range Riders. First pitch misses inside to a batter that does not get a ton of pitches to hit. 1-0, 2 outs, bottom of the first. It's 0-0 between these two sides. That one misses inside as well. Swing and a miss. Morris is going to load up the gun on 2-0, no doubt about it. Tried to put one over the fence, but came up empty. Count goes to 2-1, 2 outs, base is empty, bottom of the first, 0-0 between these two sides. That one misses up high. Attempted frame by the catcher. Speaking of, the catcher is Lucas Polanco. The third baseman for Great Falls is Riley Jepson. Adam Oviedo plays shortstop. Colin Runge plays second. Chris Monroe is the first baseman. A little bit of a shift on in the infield against Morris. There's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 3-2. You can see the shift right here. It's the first baseman, Monroe, probably the most out of position. Second baseman, Runge pushed just a little bit over. The outfield from left to right is Deeb, Daniel, and Colbush. 3-2. Swung on and, it's a foul ball. Just a piece of it got by Livingston Morris there, and he buys himself another ticket. But just barely, as if Polanco would have squeezed that one, it would have been a foul tip strikeout and a strikeout of the side for Garcia. His 18th pitch of the inning coming to Livingston Morris. Swung on, another foul. Morris stays alive. For a possible strikeout of the side that Andrew Garcia could pull, to have to take 19 pitches to do it. That's showing some testament from these Glacier batters. But I'm sure they would love to get in the way of the Triple K inning. 3-2. Swung on, smacked hard and foul. Good fight from Morris here. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat from Morris, the 20th of the inning from Andrew Garcia. Originally from Antelope Valley, California, the second straight time that Noah Barros has faced off against a pitcher that went to his college ball in his home state of California. That ball 4 will miss. Livingston Morris earns himself a walk to first base, and up comes Brody Wofford. Last time Noah Barros pitched is, right now we're going to have a conversation between the acting manager is Nick Emanuel. He came out and was asking something there. Well, I don't know what he could be wondering about. Huh. Maybe, I mean, the only thing I can think of is going back to that foul tip, thinking that it wasn't a foul tip. That one, this is low and way in. Ends up getting a little shove out of the way from Polanco there, who was moving forward into Wofford. I don't know how unfriendly or friendly that may have been from Polanco, the catcher. Looks like they exchanged some words back and forth. Didn't look super smiley. Maybe something to watch. 1-0. Misses low. Count goes to 2-0. Wofford is also another guy like Morris that you can't put balls in the zone against. We saw him go on a tear, and like I was starting to say before Emmanuel came out and had a talk with Paul Graham, our home plate umpire, Brody Wofford was a big help to Noah Barros in Barros' last start, a big 3-run shot in the bottom of the 5th. This one is torched to the outfield, backing up, and it goes off the glove, not caught by Colbush. Livingston Morris gets the sign home. The throw to the plate, save. Huge. I believe it's going to go down as an RBI double from Brody Wofford. Finish with a slide tackle of Lucas Polanco at the plate. What a moment. It is 1-0 after the well-struck ball from Brody Wofford. Up comes Eddie Mccabe now, who's had himself a great couple days. Sorry, we're getting some wind in the outfield, so our center field camera's bonking around a little bit out there. Maybe I'll limit going to that. I'm going to wait and see what that actually gets scored as. It looks like it's going to go down as a hit as we get a swing and a miss from Eddie Mccabe. Count goes to 0-1. It's 1-0. The Glacier Range Riders lead here in the bottom of the 1st. And again, it's going to go down as a double for Brody Wofford. Eddie McCabe 0-1 with a runner on second base. Swing and a miss, and he goes behind 0-2 against his former side. Of course, he never overlapped with Andrew Garcia at all, so this is his first time seeing the pitcher. Misses in the dirt. Count goes to 1-2. So whatever Nick Emanuel was arguing about there, possibly trying to question something that allowed Livingston Morris to get on base, it's going to come back to haunt him as Morris ended up scoring a run, making it 1-0 Glacier. When Glacier scores first, they're 15-13 this season. The 1-2 coming in from Garcia to McCabe. Flinched his bat, but he did not go. Count goes to 2-2 with 2 outs. Wofford still on second base. 2 outs. He'll be going on most contact. Outfield look like they're playing mostly straight up, a little bit pulled to the left. Monroe quite a ways off the line, but still what I would call fairly normal first base position. Here's the pitch. Misses low. 3-2 and 2 outs to Eddie McCabe. Ryan Cole sits on deck as McCabe prepares to receive the full count pitch with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Check swing up high. The appeal over to first said that he did not go. It'll be ball 4. A strong at-bat from Eddie McCabe. Fell behind 0-2 after swinging and missing on the first 2 pitches. And now Ryan Cole will be the man to step up with runners on first and second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Andrew Garcia nearly struck out the side in under 20 pitches. Instead, he'll pitch to at least number 30 here. The first pitch coming in to Ryan Cole. Swung on. This is a high fly ball to left center field. Looks like the outfielders have a track on it, and they do. It is caught in the outfield by the center fielder, Daniel, for out number 3. However, a huge 2 base RBI knock from Brody Wofford makes it 1-0 as we head to the second inning. We'll take you out with a replay of that Brody Wofford double. Back here, we are in the top of the second inning. It is 1-0 after an RBI double from Brody Wofford brought in Livingston Morris. Glacier Range Riders currently leading the Great Falls Voyagers. They went down 1-2-3 in the first inning after 2 ground outs and a fly out. Chris Monroe leads off this half inning. Monroe on the season has become a good part of this Voyager lineup. .333 batting average for him. 2 home runs and 22 RBIs. First pitch from Noah Barros misses. Count goes to 1-0. Hit one of those 2 home runs here at this stadium earlier this series. 1-0. Misses low. Count goes to 2-0. Noah Barros even more impressive that he threw that 13-pitched 1-2-3 inning. It's the fact that he fell behind 3-0 to the leadoff batter, Brayden Daniel. Worked it back, got a ground out, and then dealt with the next 2 in good fashion. This is a slow roller. Over to third. Bare hand by Mccabe. The throw is on target and in time to first base. What a highlight from Eddie McCabe. Wow. He was playing deep over there at third against the powerful Monroe. Had to run in a long way. That ball just plopped right into him off the artificial turf perfectly for a beautiful out number 1. What a play from Eddie McCabe. Up comes the number 5 batter, Derrick Colbush. First pitch from Noah Barros is a swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1. And now we got to double check. That was a 2-0 pitch that Monroe grounded, not a 3-0 green light. 0-1. That one is carrying well out to center field, but Mcconnell is right there. A line out to Ben Mcconnell is good for out number 2. Up comes Michael Deeb. Deeb batting 6th in the lineup, our first time seeing him. Deeb on the season, a .252 batting average, 3 home runs, and 46 RBIs. First pitch coming in. Misses low. Count goes to 1-0. Oh, Barros working solid through these first 1.2 innings. The 1-0. Squares to bunt, but pulls back. It's in the zone. A called strike. One with 2 outs. Pitch in, misses just a little bit high and outside. Count goes to 2-1. I already mentioned Glacier Range Riders 15-13 when scoring first, as they have today. The opponent, however, has come back on them 20 times this season. Holding a league has been a point of struggle for the home Riders. This one is swung on. It's a high pop-up to center field. Mcconnell is there, and he makes the play for out and number 3. How about it? Including an incredible defensive play this half inning from who else but the third baseman, Eddie Mccabe, who's proved his worth on offense as well as defense. Take a look at the barehanded play as we head to the bottom of the second. In this half inning for the Glacier Range Riders, we're going to get 7-8-9 Drew Sims, as well as a first professional at bat from Will Mangurian and Mason Dennison rounding out the starting 9 for the Glacier Range Riders. First pitch to Drew Sims is up high. Andrew Garcia in his first inning of work threw 30 pitches and allowed, of course, that 1 earned run. We'll just say once more, Colbush had a chance over there in deep right field. That one finds the zone. Count goes to 1-1. Would have been a really tough play to make up against the wall, however, for the right fielder. You can't credit Colbush with an error in that situation, trying to make an over-the-shoulder extended catch. This one's ripped into the outfield, and a nice play. Slide into his butt was Michael Deeb. And speaking of plays that could be made but are not expected to be made by outfielders, Deeb just reversed what Colbush did there with a big rob of a possible extra base hit. As you go down to slide and make that catch and you don't come up with it, that one probably ends up at least 2 for the opposing batter. Up comes Will Mangurian, making his professional debut just finished up his collegiate career at Troy University. First pitch that he sees as a professional misses up and in, and he's ahead at 1-0. That one misses outside. Count goes to 2-0 for Mangurian. He's had a career that has taken him all over the place. And he started it at Tulane University. Spent 2 years there. And a year at Orange Coast College, as this one's ripped hard but foul. Count goes to 2-1 for Mangurian. Then after a year at Orange Coast College, he played this past spring for the Trojans of Troy. 2-1, 1 out. Pitch coming into Mangurian. Ooh, called strike, as that one was close to being a ball. Goes down as a called strike. Count goes to 2-2 for Mangurian. He's DHing today. 2-2. That one said to have missed. I guess they all work out in the end, as that one looked closer to me than the one 2 pitches ago that was called a strike. What do I know? I'm not right behind home plate like Paul Graham is. 3-2 coming in now to Will Mangurian. Swing and a miss. Mangurian turned down on strikes in his first professional at-bat. He'll get some more opportunities, I'm sure, in this contest, but not the way he wanted to start his professional career. Up comes Mason Dennison, wearing the number 23 now, and honestly, looking a fair amount like Sam Linscott. Got the brown hair flowing out of the back of a helmet with 23 over there. Yes, they're going to accidentally play Sam Linscott's walk-up music. A little heartbreaking to these Glacier Range Riders fans. I assume some are probably fooled in the crowd thinking that this maybe Sam Linscott for some reason batting ninth in the lineup. No, it's not. It's Mason Dennison, who just arrived within the past week. But, of course, similar body type, similar hair, and now the exact same number as Linscott. There's a delayed swing. As Dennison comes up empty, count goes to 0-2. For Dennison, he was just starting to catch fire over the past couple games. And then having the number change. The game of superstitions. Don't want to mess too much with what's happening, as that one goes way high to some jeers from the audience. Count goes to 1-2. He's going to ask for number 9 back, I'm sure, from Mangurian if if he has an off night tonight. Count is 1-2 with 2 outs to Mason Dennison. Misses low. Count goes to 2-2 for Dennison. Dennison, originally from Naples, Florida, played his college ball, finishing off at Kaiser University this past spring. Really solid Seahawks squad. And that swing goes foul. Stu Peterson, assistant coach for the Glacier Range Riders, picks it up and tosses it back into the dugout. Another 2-2 upcoming. Teammates with Ben Mcconnell, now reunited after they were opponents to start the year, with Dennison in Billings and Mcconnell, of course, being with the Range Riders all year. 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the second, 1-0. The Range Riders lead. That one misses high. We go full for Mason Dennison, batting in that second leadoff spot because of his speed that he can bring to the diamond. 3-2, 2 outs. Pitch number 46 upcoming from Andrew Garcia. Check swing, but it was called to be in the zone against Mason Dennison. It is a called strike 3, and Andrew Garcia, a line-out strikeout and another K. And we head to the third inning. It is 1-0. Glacier leads Great Falls. Colin Runge has the opportunity to try and break up what Noah Barros is doing, dispersing the first 6 batters in order. Runge will be leadoff man in this inning. The first pitch that he sees from the right-hander Barros is inside. Count goes to 1-0. Also due up this inning, the catcher Polanco and the shortstop Oviedo. Don't think I mentioned Oviedo's name once this game, as he hasn't been called upon at short in the first 2 innings. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1. Then again, Mason Dennison, other than his at-bat, I hadn't mentioned his name. He hasn't been hit to short either. Shortstops being eluded thus far today. And of course, right when I say that, Eddie McCabe, a leaping grab at third base. Nice play from Eddie McCabe, showing his worth once again. That one was probably a hop of about 5 inches maybe that McCabe had to make, but it was a heater to him. 1 out. Polanco's first pitch misses up high. Count goes to 1-0. Noah Barros playing with the turf bump that we got here. 1-0 pitch with 1 out. Barros sets and fires, misses up high. Count goes to 2-0. Barros thus far, in terms of his strike percentage, he really doesn't have it super high for the good game that he's having. Out of 27 pitches, just 14 strikes, sitting at 52% strike percentage. Garcia's got him beat in that regard. And it's going to go right to 50 now as he's 14 out of 28 pitches for strikes. Meaning we're right at 50% strike percentage from Barros. 3-0 coming in from the right-hander, sets and fires. Misses up and in once again. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the first base runner has reached against Noah Barros. Up comes Adam Oviedo. Oviedo batting 9th in the lineup. The shortstop out of Fort Worth, Texas, in his rookie season. Looking at it, he must have had some overlap. I'm sure I'm probably gone over this before, actually. He must have had some overlap with Ryan Cash, as they both attended college at Oral Roberts, and they did last season. They both graduated in the spring of 2021. First pitch is swung on, out to left field. Backing up is Morris. It'll bounce off the wall. A green light. No, it'll be a red light. Turning around, but call it a double off the wall for Adam Oviedo, and a no-hitter through 2 1/3 innings for Barros is gone on his 30th pitch. Up comes Brayden Daniel now, 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman in the form of Ryan Cash, his first time up. Now Braden Daniel with a chance possibly to give the Voyagers the lead with a go-ahead run on second base. First pitch. Misses outside. Count goes to 1-0. Braden Daniel graduated the University of Oklahoma, originally from Oklahoma. 1-0. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. Just was double checking. Didn't know for sure that it was called the Sooner State, but it is called the Sooner State, Oklahoma, and I'm sure that's offensive to Oklahoma State fans over there in Stillwater. Count goes to 1-2. Ryan Cash, I mentioned, he finished up his career at Oral Roberts. He started at Oklahoma State. 1-2 coming into Braden Daniels. Barros yet to get a strikeout today. It would be a huge K if he was able to get one here in this jam. 1-2 with one out. Barros into Daniel. Swung on. Tag applied. It will be strike 3. And Daniel had to double check with the third base ump, who backed up his teammate at home. Said it was strike 3. So that takes away a sacrifice opportunity. Now it's just Noah Barros trying to get out of a 2-out and 2-on situation. Malek DHing today. We've seen him in center field quite a bit for these Voyagers and making a lot of great plays out there, but instead he gets the day off in center in favor of Daniel. And now the first pitch coming in from Barros to the lefty Malek. Swung on right over to first, fielded by Wofford, and the tap of first is good to keep the clean sheet on the board. We're through 3 for Barros. We head to the bottom of the third. It is 1-0. Glacier leads. Back here, we are in the bottom of the third inning. We flip over the lineup card for the first time for the Glacier Range Riders. Ben Mcconnell will step up. Strikeout swinging for him his first time up. Hits are 1-1 right now. The score is 1-0 in favor of the Glacier Range Riders. Garcia pitching 46 innings through his first 2 innings of work. The Range Riders have made him put in quite a bit of effort. Foul ball makes the count go to 0-1. Even though he did strike out, McConnell was the start of that, taking 7 pitches to do so. That one will miss. Count goes to 1-1. A little bit of a shift as the second baseman Runge's playing a little bit deeper and to the right of his usual position, as you can see there. Shortstop Oviedo maybe playing a little bit to the right as well. Little off kilter to the right side for the lefty. As this one smacked, and it's going to beat the shift. Speak of the devil, that one might have gone to Oviedo if he was playing straight up, but the few steps to the right that he made turned back to sting the Voyagers, a base hit. And now the Speedy McConnell is on first base. That was Andrew Garcia's 51st pitch. As Ryan Cash steps up now. Cash struck out looking his first time up. Fallen victim to Garcia, now looking for some payback. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Count goes to 1-0. Cash so fundamentally sound, just the guy you want to possibly drop down a sacrifice bunt. A short lead for McConnell over at first. That one misses the outside of the zone. Count goes to 2-0. Hitters count for Cash. Jepson over at third, slightly aware that Cash might try and drop one down, but he's still playing a couple steps behind the bag. Of course, Monroe over at first is on the bag, holding Mcconnell there. The 2-0. Oof, tough call to get as that one is called a ball. Count goes to 3-0 for Cash. Garcia in danger of missing the zone and putting runners on first and second in the form of two speedsters for the Range Riders. Not the two you want to put on base for Livingston Morris. Get me over pitch does exactly that. Almost a flip of the bat from Cash, who thought he might have found a way to walk on that one. Count goes to 3-1. McConnell still on first. Now the hitters count for Cash. What will he do here? Jepson's taking a couple steps back. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. As Cash thought he was going to get a meatball over the plate on 3-1 instead. It would have been ball 4, and he has to see a full count. The 3-2 pitch with no outs coming. Swung on, and it's going to get through. McConnell will round and head to third base, and it'll be a base hit from Ryan Cash that puts runners on the corners with one out. That one was put just beyond the glove of Monroe, who was out of position, obviously holding the runner at first base. And the second baseman, Runge, even if he was able to put on some major jets and get there, there would have been nobody covering first to be able to make that play. And up comes Livingston Morris with 2 on and nobody out. First pitch misses outside. Count goes to 1-0. First time up, Livingston Morris drew a walk and then was able to score on the Brody Wofford double on his slide tackle of Lucas Polanco at the plate. One-0 coming in. They're going to look over to first, pick off Cash to make sure that he doesn't go. And I was just looking at him, thinking about how long Cash was going to wait before he tried to swipe a bag. In the first 3 games, all which the Great Glacier Range Riders lost, there was 0 stolen bases by this Range Rider squad that tries to swipe so many times. The 1-0. Swung on. It's hit over to third. Jepson will field. The throw for 1 will only be 1. It is a RBI fielder's choice for Livingston Morris, and the score is 2-0 now. I don't know why Runge didn't fire that one. Thought that he was going to try and get Livingston Morris, but I guess he maybe overestimated the speed of Morris and didn't think he was going to get it. Didn't want to waste a throw down there. First pitch is in the zone, a called strike. 1 out here for Brody Wofford. Doubled to right field this last time up. Very, very fortunate that he doubled with 2 outs to right field because that allowed Livingston Morris to go on contact and make it all the way home. 0-1. Misses outside. Count goes to 1-1. There's 1 out. Bottom of the third. 2-0 is the score. Glacier leads. Morris sits on first for Brody Wofford. RBI double for him on the day. The 61st pitch of the evening for Garcia. Swing and a miss. One-two with 1 out. This one carried back foul into the netting. Another 1-2 misses low. Count goes to 2-2. 2 hits this inning, so of course that means the Glacier Range Riders are up to 3 now on the day. After Barros got his no-hitter broken in the last inning after taking it 2 1/3 deep. Pickoff attempt over to first. Maybe Morris is not going to try and steal the bases on you, but just trying to keep him honest, I guess. A 2-2 pitch upcoming to Brody Wofford. Misses low and away. It's full now for Wofford. Three-two. Swung on and missed. Wofford strikes out. Swinging comes up empty, and Eddie McCabe will step up with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Garcia sets to fire. First pitch, a foul ball out of play from Mccabe. Count goes to 0-1. Runner on first is Livingston Morris. He had this exact same situation bottom of the first with Brody Wofford at the plate. 2 outs and another pickoff attempt over to first base where he slides back in successfully. Again, scouting report on Livingston Morris is 0 steals, 0 attempts. The 0-1 coming in. Swung on up the middle. Will it get through? It will be a great play from Runge, and it is. A full extension grab from Colin Runge, who is going to stay down on the turf as he went ribs first into the ground there. And to fight through that one and make the play, what strength from Runge. But the biggest worry right now is how he's doing out there in shallow center field. As you see the bodies coming around him. That is the end of the third inning. We'll take a quick break as hopefully Colin Runge is okay. Back here, we are in the top of the fourth. Hopefully you saw in between the innings, Colin Runge was able to get off under his own power. I think the first hope there clearly is that it's just that he got the wind knocked out of him. I think most of us watching who have got the wind knocked out of you knows that it does not feel good right as it happens. But for me, the worst thing when I got the wind knocked out of me, was trying to tell everybody that I knew it was just the wind knocked out of me and that I'm okay. But you can't breathe, you can't talk for probably about 5 to 10 seconds. So that's the biggest worry right away. But just incredible from Runge to take that hit, whatever it was, and still fire to first in time. This one's hit up the middle. It's going to be a base hit from Riley Jepson. He's going to go for 2. Safe. A double to lead off from Riley Jepson, who a little too lackadaisical in the outfield. He was able to grab 2 bases out of it. Jepson was looking all the way, and he's a big guy, a strong batter, but he does have sneaky speed as well. 19 steals for him on the year, only been caught 3 times. And up comes Chris Monroe with a possible scoring run at second base. Already mentioned some about Monroe, his abilities. Listed as an outfielder, but of course playing first base most usually, like those big, tall, quote-unquote outfielders do. They get put over at first base. And if they need to, they can play in the outfield. It's much more a last-case scenario for a guy like Monroe that stands 6'5". First pitch missed to Monroe. Count goes to 1-0. 1-0, no outs, runner on second here in the top of the 4th inning. That one swung on from Monroe, out to right field. Over is Cole. He'll field, and he'll try and throw to get the runner, but it will not be quick enough to get the speedy Jepson, and that advances Jepson to third base. Not a completely unproductive out from Monroe, but he would have liked to see better. And now a possible for a sacrifice or just a clean RBI. Either way, Colbush will probably take it, but he much rather would have the best case scenario, which is put it over the fence. Tie this ball game up. He can do it in one swing of the bat. Derrick Colbush does have some pop in his bat. He has 3 home runs on this season. The 0-0 coming in from Barros to Colbush. 40th pitch from Barros. Swung on. That one's heading out to deep center field. Backing up is Mcconnell. He'll have to play it off the wall. Throw in. Gets all the way to second base, and it's a stand-up double of the RBI variety for Derrick Colbush, who thwacked that one to the deepest part of the yard and nearly sent it out of the yard. Would have been gone any other place, but right off the state of Montana symbol around the 406. It'll do for just one ribby for Derrick Colbush. He goes to 1 for 2 on the day. Up comes Michael Deeb. And now we're looking to see who's on deck. And it is Colin Runge. Good to see he is okay after taking that pop to the midsection, making that dive and play at second. Michael Deeb 0 for 1 today. First pitch is swung on to left field. Morris backing up. Morris catches. And no advancement from Colbush, as it is a fly out to 7. And these Voyagers are starting to get a hold of some pitches, but have not been able to get any over the fence, clearly. Just a well-struck ball to right center field by Jepson that he milked a double out of. A tag up on a fairly deep fly ball to right field, and then the stand-up RBI double off the wall for Colbush. Now with the runner on second, going almost contact. This one swung on by Runge first pitch, but it's right to Ben Mcconnell. It is a 7-pitch 4th inning where a run scores. Well, would have loved to keep it clean, but it still is a low-pitch inning, just at 42 pitches from Barros as we head to the bottom of the 4th. We are in the bottom of the fourth. It is 6-7-8 for the Glacier Range Riders as Andrew Garcia comes out for his fourth inning of work. He's at 68 pitches right now, so you can start to expect to see maybe nearing the end of his day. First pitch to Ryan Cole is stroked foul down the left field line. Not by much. As the count goes to 0-1 on Ryan Cole, graduated the University of Notre Dame, played 5 seasons for the Fighting Irish. First players out on the field this afternoon were Ryan Cole, Ben Mcconnell, and Eddie Mccabe. That's a called strike. Count goes to 0-2. Of course, Eddie Mccabe and Ben Mcconnell asking Ryan Cole all sorts of questions about their season and his trip to Omaha. Magical run for the Fighting Irish, who, despite a phenomenal season, I think most baseball fans agree, got undervalued in terms of the seeding. They got set up in a really tough matchup with Tennessee in the Super Regional. And then, well, prove everybody wrong, right? They pulled the upset over the Volunteers and booked their ticket to Omaha, Nebraska. This one swung on to second base, fielded by Runge, who again is back in the game. That one much more simple than the last defensive play he makes. He throws to Monroe for out number 1. First pitch is a called strike into Drew Sims. Count goes to 0-1. That one also finds the zone. Now it's 0-2 versus Drew Sims. See, I would love a clean inning to try and keep that pitch count low. There's nobody warming up in the pen for the Voyagers as that one misses high. Count goes to 1-2. College World Series, if you don't remember or don't know the Division I College World Series, the 8 teams that made it. So that one misses and makes it 2-2. Plenty of southern, southeastern representation. Southern meaning Texas, Oklahoma, that Big 12-esque southern. Texas A&M, of course, in the SEC, but they were there as we go full on a ball in the dirt. Texas A&M, Texas, Oklahoma. They were all in the bracket with Notre Dame. And then on the other side, the one West Coast representative, Stanford, was there with 3 SEC foes. Ooh, that one was a called strike 3, and it looked high. Yeesh. That's a tough call against Drew Sims. He did clip it, so we might take another look back at that one. First pitch into Will Mangurian is a called strike. Count goes to 0-1. Here's a look back at that punch-out pitch of Drew Sims. Oof. Looked high. As Mangurian fooled on that one, he's behind 0-2 now. Mangurian mentioned he started his collegiate career at Tulane, finished it at Troy. So that one misses low. Count goes to 1-2. So far, a ground out and a strikeout for Garcia. Up and over 80 pitches now. One-two coming in. Swung on and missed. Mangurian dispersed on strikes, and Garcia has his first 1-2-3 inning of the day. We head to the 5th inning of play. It is 2-1. Glacier leads Great Falls. Jive Talking to inning number 5. It is Noah Barros back out on the mound. Just 42 pitches thrown in his first 4 innings of work, keeping a good pace thus far. And Lucas Polanco out here as we get a time called for a possible ball in play down the left field line, or players in play down the left field line. Back underway. No Barros breached for 1 run last inning. And the first pitch to Polanco misses up high. Polanco was the first base runner to reach on Barros. In the 8th spot, his first time up, he was able to draw a 4-pitch walk that ruined a 2 1/3 inning perfect game. Be the deepest a range rider has ever gone into a game perfect. Of course, we had a franchise record last night as Tanner Solomon went 7 2/3, the deepest that a pitcher has ever gone into a game as a range rider. 2-0 pitch as Barros has yet to throw a strike against Polanco, and he still has yet to throw a strike. I do not know why he can't locate the zone against the catcher out of University of Texas, Tyler, in Polanco. The 3-0. There's the zone against Lucas Polanco. Last time, Polanco was able to get all the way to third base before getting the stop sign and being stranded. 3-1, a called strike. Well, I'll tell you what, that's the same call that we saw against Drew Sims, as Barros is set and ready for it on the mound already. He loved getting the benefit of the doubt on the 3-2. Or on the 3-1. Now it's 3-2. The pitch from Barros trying to work back from 3-0. Rocks and fires. Swung on, foul ball. Another look at that 3-1 pitch that Polanco disagreed with. Oof. Yeah, just like Drew Sims. Looks like it might have missed high, but our play umpire Paul Graham being consistent. 3-2. Swing. And it's a foul ball. (3-2). No outs. No Barros about to throw pitch number 50. His second strikeout of the game. He has dispersed Polanco, working back from 3-0 and finding a punch-out pitch. Up comes Adam Oviedo. Oviedo broke up the no-hitter from the Glacier pitcher Noah Barros by doubling into left center field. And again, that was the situation where it was only the strong arm from Livingston Morris that broke up a possible shutout being gone on that play as well. A late stop sign kept Polanco at third base, and then it was a good job from Barros to get out of the jam. What did he do to get out of that jam? Well, he got a strikeout and then a ground out over to first base. Just 2 strikeouts for Barros on the day as he prepares to fire the 0-1. Swung on down to a knee. Count goes to 0-2. Barros trying to get into his K game late here. Not late, maybe only midway through his performance. He's just at 52 pitches. The 0-2 with 1 out. Misses low, make it 1-2. The score matches the count. Glacier leads 2-1. Top of the 5th here, 1 out, base is empty for Oviedo. We're preparing to flip over the lineup card and see Daniel as well in this half inning. 1-2. Swung on to right field. It'll bounce once before Ryan Cole picks it up, and Oviedo has a 2-for-2 day, a single and a double. Up comes Braden Daniel now. Brayden Daniel on the day is 0-for-2. He was the one that struck out with runners on second and third to start off the escape of the jam by Noah Barros. Pickoff attempt over to first, unsuccessful. Another pickoff attempt. That one gets by Brody Wofford, and it'll be all the way to second base. And the E1, I believe that's an E1. Unless it's credited to Brody Wofford. We get the 0-0 coming into Daniel. A called strike. Will go down as an E1 on Noah Barros, but I think Wofford will probably admit that he should have done better to try and stop that one from getting by him. There's a called strike. Count goes to 0-2 on Brayden Daniel. At second base, Oviedo's got good wheels. Oviedo on the season does have 3 stolen bases. Oh-2 with 1 out, runner on second in a 2-1 contest. Daniel could tie this game or take the lead in one swing of the bat. That one's in the dirt. Good block by Sims. Count goes to 1-2. Right now, the Voyagers officially out-hitting the Glacier Range Riders 4-3. The Range Riders have found a way to get more across. An RBI double from Brody Wofford and a RBI fielder's choice from Livingston Morris make the difference. The 1-2 with 1 out and a runner on second. The pitch in from Barros to Daniel. Called strike 3. Nice pitch from Noah Barros. Finds a punch out here. 2 gone in the top of the 5th. Up comes Jake Malek. Malek 0 for 2. Ground out to the first baseman, as well as a ground out to second base. Still a runner on second in Oviedo. Two outs, and Barros firing his 60th pitch in there. Goes in the dirt. A good block by Drew Sims. Count goes to 1-0. Drew Sims, I talked so much about his first appearance as a Glacier Range Rider, showing up after catching an early morning flight from Southern California and signing his contract, getting activated into the lineup. It's one thing to step up and be able to bat, because that kind of comes natural as a baseball player as you swing and a miss. You see a swing and a miss. Count goes to 1-1 with 2 outs, a runner on second here in the top of the 5th. But I'll tell you what, the at-bat is one thing. Being a catcher and coming in and starting at catcher, it's not like they threw him in there at a DH. He was the starting catcher the first night that he showed up. That is incredible from Drew Sims, and it shows how easily he's able to take advantage of his baseball IQ. Stepped up, got with his pitcher right away. With some of the other pitchers, figured out what their game was, and man, I'll tell you what, able to help lead the Range Riders to a victory by calling a great game behind the plate just as much as the damage that he did at the plate. That wasn't just against any old scrub. That was against the defending champions in the Missoula Paddleheads and the current team with the best record in the PBL. This one swung on, up the middle, fielded by Mason Dennison. He throws to first base, on target and in time for out number 3. Another strikeout from Noah Barros this inning. We'll take you to the break as you watch it back. We're going to get 9-1-2 in this half inning for the Glacier Range Riders. Mason Dennison, as well as the leadoff man, Ben McConnell, and Ryan Cash, a speedy trio, make their way to the plate in this half inning. First pitch misses low. Count goes to 1-0. Andrew Garcia has lined thus far 4 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 7 strikeouts, and 2 walks. This one swung on, a broken bat, gonna head towards center field and get down. A base hit from Mason Dennison on a 100% split bat. Ouch. Our bat boy picked that one up. As that'll be the end of the day, I think, for our pitcher Andrew Garcia for the Voyagers. Call to the pen is made by Nick Emanuel. So we're going to take a break as we head to a first pitching substitution of the game. The new pitcher is number 6, Anthony Becerra Lopez. You might have seen through his first 3 warm-up pitches got all the way to the wall. The third one was the fault of the catcher, Polanco, who would have gone down as a pass ball in theory. But I'll tell you what, the crowd always loves a pitcher to throw a couple warm-ups to the backstop when they come in. They'll never fail to get on him in that situation. Mason Dennison will be on first for the leadoff man, Ben McConnell. First pitch is a called strike. Again, the top of the zone being loved right now by Paul Graham. 0-1 coming in to McConnell. That one called a strike as well. And McConnell absolutely befuddled at this one. Anthony Becerra Lopez, this is his 24th appearance of the year. He has 1 start. That one misses. Count goes to 1-2. 2 saves for Becerra Lopez, and he has 57 strikeouts to 34 walks. He is also an assistant coach, one of the rare player coaches that you see, as this one skips in the dirt. Will get all the way to the backstop, and it will be a wild pitch to move Dennison up 90 feet. Now the count is 2-2. And you see, especially when you throw a couple warm-ups to the backstop, and then you throw an actual pitch that gets all the way to the backstop. The crowd really loves that. 2-2. Swung on. A good job from McConnell to get a piece of it and stay alive after he started that swing way too early. but slowed up the swing enough to make some contact. Dribble one, foul, and we're going to get another 2-2. This is up high, trying to get that high pitch that the umpire has been calling for a lot of this game, especially the past 2 innings. I've started to notice it, but that went a little bit too high. Count goes full. 3-2 coming in to Mcconnell from Lopez. Swung on to second base. Dennison will move up. Runge, oh my goodness. That was nearly a fatal mistake against the speedy Ben Mcconnell. Turns out to be a successful 4-3 ground out, but again, not completely unproductive as Dennison will move up into scoring position for Ryan Cash. Runge fielded that one, brought it up to his chest level just fine, but it just kind of popped out of his glove, and he barehanded it and threw it over. Just worked out as a kind of a funky transition from glove to hand. It's hit hard enough to him where it didn't make that much of a difference. Against the lefty Lopez, Cash will be batting out of the right-handed batter's box, and maybe just saving a run there was the catcher Polanco, as that one was high and away. But Polanco shot over to make sure it didn't become another Lopez pitch that got to the backstop. The 1-0 with one out coming in. Finds the zone. Count goes to 1-1. Dennison on third base. I've already mentioned him plenty of times. He does have great speed. On the season as a range rider, Dennison has not attempted a stolen base. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Count goes to 1-2. Lopez, the left-hander, already mentioned. He is a player coach. He's out of Jackson State University. Grew up in Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada. Count is now 2-2. This is his second professional season, and he spent last year with the same squad, a Great Falls Voyager through and through as a pro ball player. 2-2 with one out. Lopez setting on the mound. Cash going to step out of the batter's box and then back in. 2-2 comes in. The infield's in, trying to prevent the run. Swing and a miss. Cash goes down, fooled by Lopez. A rare occurrence there where Cash goes down, and Livingston Morris is going to get his cracks with 2 outs. He's been productive both times up. Brought a run in his last time up on a fielder's choice. And the time before that, he was able to draw a walk and later score. Livingston Morris at the plate. First pitch misses outside to Morris. Count goes 1-0. Avoiding Morris isn't the worst thing here with first base open because Morris has been swinging a really hot bat as of late. The problem is you got Wofford on deck, who also swings good wood. 1-2, or 1-0. Swung on foul. Count goes to 1-1. 2 outs and a runner on third. Dennison was able to reach second base with no outs, but a ground out and a strikeout has only allowed him to get halfway home from that second base position. The 1-1. Skips in the dirt. Dennison ready to go home if that one escaped beyond Polanco, but it did not. Polanco kept it in front. Count goes to 2-1. Lopez gets the sign on the mound. The pitch misses. We go 3-1. Ball 4. Misses outside, and the runners will now be on the corners for Brody Wofford in a huge situation. In the next half inning, if I remember to do so, we will talk about the PBL scoreboard, the situation around the league and the significance of what's going on around the league, as well as this contest for these two sides. Of course, everything's still tight in the North Division. 6 games separate first and fifth. And these two teams both very much in the thick of it. First pitch misses. I think that one was a little bit low to Brody Wofford. Count goes to 1-0. Great shot got by our camera woman on the concourse, Rachel. That one hits the zone, a called strike. Count goes to 1-1. One. Swung on as Wofford got fooled on that one. Count goes to 1-2. Runners on the corners. Morris over at first will be going on contact. Dennison as well. We'll go on anything from third base pretty much. 1-2. Called, strike 3. Becerra Lopez gets himself out of a little bit of a jam. He inherited a runner on first, allowed him to get to third, but that is as far as Dennison got. It is 2-1 as we head to the bottom, or to the top of the 6th. Riley Jepson leads off the top of the 6th inning here, and it's a good time to take a look around the Pioneer Baseball League, tell you the standings that we're currently sitting at and what this game and the others mean. Noah Barros has 63 innings through his first 5 innings, 63 pitches through his first 5 innings of work. Right now, as of today, the Missoula Paddleheads have sole possession as we get another ball. Count goes to 2-0. They got sole possession of first place in the North with a 14-8 record. Idaho Falls is at 13-9. Great Falls is also at 13-9. Billings at 10-12. And the Glacier Range Riders are at 8-14. Glacier looking to win here today to possibly bring this season a little bit closer to being in reach of a playoff spot. All of the teams in the North have 26 games to go. That's a swing. Count goes to 2-2 for Riley Jepson. 1 for 2 today is Jepson. A double on that grounder that went to the right center gap and was cut off, but it was just too far to run from Ben Mcconnell. And Jepson realized it and was able to grab second on it. 2-2 coming in to the number 3 batter for Great Falls. This one's hit weakly, but up and over the head of the right fielder. A broken bat single from Riley Jepson puts one on with no outs. In the Southern Division, Grand Junction has a 5-game lead over the next closest foe. They're 16-6, the best record overall in this season, in the second half of the season for either division. They're beating up on each other a little bit less in the South there. One team that's really getting pummeled is Boise. They're 5-17, sitting at the bottom of the pack, not just in the South, but overall. Ogden is 11-11. Rocky Mountain is third at 10-11, and Northern Colorado is at 9-12. First pitch coming into Chris Monroe after a pickoff attempt over to first. Misses low. Count goes to 1-0. Barros just one pitch short of 70 right now. Seeing how far he can go, trying to possibly match the franchise record set last night by Tanner Solomon. He's starting to sniff it, but more trouble has been caused as of late by the Great Falls bats against him, so not too fast. The 1-0 coming in as Barros sets on the mound. Called strike, count goes to 1-1. Around the PBL tonight, Grand Junction currently leads Northern Colorado 8-0. They look to continue their magical second half, and I'll tell you what, their magic number's at 22. If they win, and Rocky Mountain currently is their closest competitor to win the second half, if Rocky Mountain loses, then that puts their magic number at 20. This one's popped up in the air. High fly ball, but Cash will back up, make the catch on the back pedal. A pop out to the second baseman is good for out number one. Up comes Colbush. Colbush has a double to deep center field. That was all the way off the 406 sign out there. Other scores, Rocky Mountain and Ogden are tied at 0-0 in the top of the second inning. Missoula and Boise also 0-0 down in Idaho's state capital. As Glacier and Great Falls, everybody rooting for Boise to take that game over Missoula. And then Billings is currently beating Idaho Falls, and that's a game where, again, both of these squads cheering for Billings. You want the teams above you to lose, and if you're given the option, you want the team further above you to lose, where everybody's above Glacier right now. Count goes to 1-1 after a swing and a miss from Colbush. One out. Jepson on first right now. Tragic number, which is the number of games needed to lose or the first place team needs to win. Either one, and if both of those things happen, the team loses and the first place team wins. That the Range Riders have is 21 currently. For Great Falls, it's not too shabby for them. It's 26, which is the games remaining. So if they go 0-26, they will be officially eliminated, of course. That will likely change because Missoula is not going to go 0-26 themselves. Runners going. Throw from Sims is just a little bit late. Successful steal. The pitch was outside, and it will be a ball. Did clip that for a potential instant replay, so won't look at that right now, but could have a chance to look at it again in a second. I think Nick Hogan disagrees with it, so we'll get a chance to see if he has a point. 2-1, now Jepson in scoring position after the stolen base. One out coming into Derrick Colbush. 12th pitch of the inning for Noah Barros. Swung on to left field. Coming in is Livingston Morris, and it goes by Morris. Morris unable to make the basket catch out in left field. It'll score a run, and it will be a tie ball game. What will that go down as? That's the question. If it's deemed to have hit the glove of Morris, it will go down as a error. But still going to check and see what the official call is. We have a meeting at the mound right now. Still waiting for the official word from our scorer It's a tough one either way, as Morris was on the run, sticking out his hand there. There's the throw to second that almost got him, but it did look like it was the correct call. Clearly, that becomes a very important play, as still waiting to see what the official word is over from the scorer's desk. This pitch is beyond the catcher, Sims, and it'll move the runner up 90 feet. Now the go-ahead run is at third base. It's going to be an error on the left fielder. It's going to be an error on Livingston Morris. So the run will go down as unearned. But now a wild pitch puts a go-ahead run, and even if you lose the lead, this one's hit to second. The throw will not come home. It's a throw over to first base for out number 2. A great play by Ryan Cash with the infield in. He froze the runner from potentially going home. Sorry, just trying to catch up a little bit after things just escalated so quickly. 2-2 is our score here. Top of the 6th. A newly tie ball game after the E7 got Riley Jepson home from second. Swing and a miss from Runge. Count goes to 0-1. So now officially that run will not go down as earned, because in theory that out should have been out number 3. A called strike. Count goes to 0-2. Noah Barros had 78 pitches here. 0-2 with 2 outs. He still could come back. Could see him in the next inning. He's gone 7 before. He had 7 his last time that he played on Sunday through 7 full. The right-hander by way of Prescott Valley, Arizona. Of course, Holy Names University, where he set a conference record for strikeouts in a season, as well as obviously a team record. 0-2, swung on to second, or to short, fielded by Dennison, double clutch, but he puts it on target over to first base. It is out number 3, but the error in left field brings across the tying run. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It is 2-2 between the Voyagers and the Range Riders. We're in the bottom of the 6th. It's Anthony Becerra Lopez that steps up. Becerra Lopez threw 20 pitches in that first inning, was able to get out of any possible jam. And now, possibly, if a lead is acquired by the Glacier, or by his Great Falls Voyagers in the next half inning, if he can get through this inning fairly clean, Could be in line for a win. The player coach. Swung on and missed. Count goes to 1-1. Becerra Lopez, of course, as I mentioned, originally from state of Nevada, by way of Las Vegas. That's a called strike. Count goes to 1-2. Did attend Shasta College in Redding, California. I wonder if he overlapped with our assistant clubby Brooks Krause at all, who played college ball at Shasta as well. Also, McLean O'Connor, the member of second baseman for the Great Falls, or the Missoula Paddleheads, also attended Shasta. This one's hit to second base, fielded by Runge, but he'll flip in time to first base. A good play from Runge, who's shown his defensive ability plenty from that second base spot. One gone in the bottom of the sixth in this tie contest, 2-2 between the Voyagers and the Range Riders. Sarah Lopez, after finishing up at Shasta, went to Jackson State, attended 3 years there at Jackson State, and had a 13-8 record. We see a called strike. Count goes to 0-1 on Ryan Cole, who's 0 for 2 today. Fly out and a ground out for the Notre Dame man. His senior season at Jackson State, as this one is hit into the outfield, shallow right field. Coming in is Colbush, and making the play is Colbush for out number 2 here in the bottom of the sixth. Up comes the catcher, Drew Sims. Fell victim to a strikeout his last time up. Like I was saying, the senior season for Becerra Lopez, a outstanding season playing Division I college baseball. 9-1 record, 3.05 ERA, 15 appearances, 12 starts, and he had a strikeout to walk ratio 109-49. That's a ball to start off the at-bat for Drew Sims. Sims 0 for 2 today. Like I said, that K his last time up. Misses outside. Becerra Lopez not happy with himself after falling behind 2-0. Trying to work a quick 1-2-3 inning. The 10th pitch upcoming. On the other side for the Glacier Range Riders, Noah Barros, 80 pitches thrown is what I have. 51 of them strikes as the count goes 3-0. With that one missing high and away. The only summer ball experience I have for Becerra Lopez is a summer in Kiriakou, Alaska, and I think I'm pronouncing that correct. Played for the Kiriakou Chinooks of the Alaskan Baseball League. 3-1. Swung on, pushed the count full. This one's dribbled down the first base line. Going to be a foul ball. Good job by Riley Jepson to scoop it right as it went foul. Earn his pitcher another chance on a play that would have been really tough for him to make from the hot corner. Becerra Lopez, not a hefty customer on the mound. 5'10", 170 pounds is the southpaw. 24 years of age. Sets to fire. Misses. Ball 4. Up around the 2-hour mark. We're 15 minutes short of the 2-hour mark to be exact. I can tell you we are far short of the longest game in professional baseball history. The longest game in professional baseball history was on April 18th, 1981. As that is no swing, it'll be ball 1 to Will Mangurian, who is stepping up for his third time. Struck out his first 2 trips. Now with a runner on first and 2 outs, looking to do some damage here. That breaking ball fools him. Count goes to 1-1. Mangurian originally from, as he swings and misses, count goes to 1-2. Mangurian originally from Johns Creek, Georgia. And he played part of this summer season down in the Sun Belt League, which is owned by the same people that own the Glacier Range Riders. This one's torched foul. You see that raw power from Mangurian. Count stays 1-2, but of course, the connection made through the Sun Belt League where he played part of this summer season for the Gainesville Gold Diggers. The 1-2. In the zone, a called strike 3. Mangurian goes down for the third time on strikes. We head to the 7th inning. It is 2-2 between the Voyagers and the Range Riders. Lucas Polanco leads off this top of the 7th inning. Oviedo will bat second in this half inning, and Brayden Daniel will round out the 3 that are due up. Polanco 0 for 1, walk and a strikeout swinging. Saw a lot of dancing in between that inning from our crowd here. Feeling good on a Saturday night. First pitch misses up and into Polanco. Count goes to 1-0. Oviedo's had himself a great spot coming batting out of the 9 spot. This one swung on, popped up. Wofford is over. He's still going, and he will not be able to make the grab as that one was in play. Wasn't too far from him, but maybe just misread that. Thought it was going to go over the fencing and foul territory. Second time that one's just found its way down in foul territory. And we are at 1-1. Make it 2-1 as that one misses low and in. Barros, of course, would have appreciated a great defensive play there. Would have kept his pitch count to a minimum as he's now chasing a franchise record set by his teammate Tanner Solomon last night. This one is high in the air to right field. Backing up is Cole. Cole to the wall. A leap and a catch from Ryan Cole. What a play from the right fielder for the Glacier Range Riders. A beautiful catch out there. And right field used every inch of the outfield given to him. Of course, with the artificial turf, there is no feel for when you're on the warning track or when you're on the wall. It feels the exact same. And so you have to use both of all your free hand to kind of feel back there. This one swung on, knuckled to second base, and caught by Ryan Cash for out number 2. 1 pitch, 1 out. That'll work just fine to quell down the hot Oviedo today. But like I was saying, you have to use your offhand. If you're a right-hander, then your glove is in your left hand. You're sticking that up to catch the ball, obviously. So then you use your right hand and kind of feel around behind you, like if you wake up in your bedroom in the middle of the night and you got to go up, get a glass of water or whatever, and your light switches across the room and kind of you feel around to make sure you're not running into a wall or a door, kind of like that, except you do it behind you, basically like you're walking backwards around your bedroom. There's a called strike. Count goes to 1-1. Of course, the other help that you get is your teammate, usually the center fielder or one of the outfielders next to you if you are the center fielder, going to be shouting out, you got room, or you don't got room, you're coming up on the wall. But it's a lot in communication to make sure that you as an outfielder don't go screaming into that wall and do some damage to yourself. Of course, there's plenty of padding on it, but it still does not feel good to go to the wall when you're not expecting it. There's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. Barros just breached 90 pitches, so we'll see how much Nick Hogan wants to ring him out there. He allowed Tanner Solomon to come out for his 8th inning of work last night. Would he do the same for Noah Barros? This one's fouled off. Count goes 2-2. There is nobody warming in the pen right now for the Glacier Range Riders. A couple bodies in white standing up, but that's it. 0 for 3 today is Brayden Daniel. 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Barros sets on the bump, fires, breaks it off the plate. 3-2 with 2 outs about to come into Brayden Daniel. Big payoff pitch as Barros tries to give himself enough leeway to possibly come out and pitch in the 8th inning. Sets and fires. It'll miss. Ball 4. Barros frustrated with himself as he wanted to get out of that inning right there, and that might be enough to get a body up in the pen. Jake Malek steps up. Malek is 0 for 3. 2 ground outs, 3 ground outs actually. Scattered all over the infield. First, second, and short have all fielded a grounder from Malek. Barros sets with a runner on first. Speedy Daniel. Swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1. That one misses up and away. Count is 1-1. Communication, like I said, so important in this outfield, and teamwork between the outfielders that come here. It's a big advantage that Glacier has in terms of fielding balls near the wall because they've played in this park so much. No one misses. Count goes to 2-1 as Barros' arm's starting to get a little bit tired, and thus maybe control starting to become more of an issue. So he'll play with the rosin bag real quick to try and get some of his grip back. 2-1 with 2 outs. Runner on first is Daniel. He hasn't checked on him thus far. But Daniel, plenty of an ability to steal. 24 stolen bags on the season. Swing and a foul ball. Right into the glove. Count goes to 2-2. Barros at 96 pitches is what I got him at. He threw 101, I believe, on Sunday. I don't think at this point we'll see him back for an 8th inning unless he really begs for it to try and surpass Solomon's record from last night. 2-2 with 2 outs. The pitch misses in the dirt. We're going to go full. It's going to be a huge pitch now with Daniel being able to run on the throw from Barros. Barros sets, prepares to fire. Swung on to shallow left field. Morris coming in. Morris will make the grab in left field for out number 3. The runner stranded at first base. Barros is through 7 with just 1 earned run against. We head to the 7th inning stretch. Don't go anywhere and sing along if you know the song.
7th inning stretch. So get on your feet, get those vocal cords ready. Looks like I can Cliff found some friends, and here we go. Everybody sing! Number 23, the shortstop, Dennison.
Back here, we are in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the first pitch is swung on by Dennison. It's lifted into right field. And Colbush, a little bit sketchy back there, but he is able to make the snag for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Lopez, who's come on and been strong in relief here. Trying to wait for his offense to give him a lead and possibly a win. Lopez does have 4 dubs on the season. It's like Nate Thomas might be warming up in the bullpen right now for the Glacier Range Riders. And again, expecting the possible exit of Noah Barros after reaching the century mark last half inning. Ben Mcconnell up now. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Singled into left field. That one misses the zone. Count goes to 1-1. No warm-ups going on right now in the Great Falls pen. They're going to ride Lopez. That one misses low. Count goes to 2-1. 2-2 is our score here. Bottom of the 7th. This game is cruising along. Now it's 2-2. For Mcconnell. That one misses inside. It goes full for the speedy leadoff man. Another update from around the PBL. Grand Junction currently smattering Northern Colorado, 17-0. That one misses. Ball 4. McConnell gets himself a walk. Ogden leads Rocky Mountain 5-2. Missoula leads Boise 11-5. And Billings currently on top of Idaho Falls 5-3. So that Missoula score, the one that both of these fan bases will not appreciate too much. Of course, Great Falls is in a good situation because overall their record is pretty solid. And the tiebreaker goes to the next best overall record. And currently that belongs to the Great Falls Voyagers. As that one is a called strike. Count goes to 0-1 as Cash squared to bump, but Pulled back. 0-1. Pickoff attempt over to first. Don't get Mcconnell there. The 0-1 coming in from Becerra Lopez. And that one misses high. Big secondary lead from Mcconnell over at first, and that's what both Becerra Lopez and the catcher Polanco aren't loving too much. They're keeping a close eye on him. Jepson is back to a regular depth after running in to possibly try and make a play on a sacrifice bunt. That one misses outside. Count goes to 2-1. Rachel, our camera person who I've mentioned already, all over it over there, recognizing Mcconnell at first base. You get a good look at his lead over there as this one's pitched in and fouled off. This is a view. You can't even get this view when you come to a game. This is on the field right now. Trying to bring a little extra layer of in-depthness to the field. You can see me up in the box in the background if you really want it. If you really zoom in. And if you got good high definition. That one just misses the body of Mcconnell. Or of Cash, excuse me, at the plate. Count goes full. 3-2 for Ryan Cash. See Kevin Kyle in the foreground coaching at first base. 3-2, ball 4. Now somebody's got to be getting going in the bullpen for Great Falls. A good walk from Ryan Cash makes his way down and over that side. First of all, you just saw Will Olson cross in front of the camera. He's going to go be a bullpen catcher. So speaking of what I was saying there, Livingston Morris coming on deck as they have a conversation on the mound. Just Polanco and Becerra Lopez. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Lots of speed for Livy. Also called Mighty Mo, nickname for the Missouri River, as well as Livingston Morris. 52nd pitch thrown by Becerra Lopez upcoming. Misses. Ooh. Not getting the call there, and that is frustrating if you're the Great Falls southpaw, Becerra Lopez. See the lead off for Mcconnell in the foreground. That one missing inside. Count goes to 2-0. Becerra Lopez, this game hasn't had much problem not allowing hits, just one hit against him, but he's walked 4. The 2-0 pitch. Misses outside. Nothing for Livingston Morris to hit thus far as the first 2 pitches missed by not too much. That one by quite a bunch. 3-0 coming in to Morris. Becerra, a ball loads the bases. The pitch. It'll be ball 4. Livingston Morris walks to first. He loads the bases for Brody Wofford. Up comes the left-hander. 2 years in Lake Erie playing with the Crushers of the Frontier League. There's a crowd starting to get into it, recognizing the importance of this bases-loaded, 1-out at-bat. Entire infield comes in. Will it be the end of Becerra Lopez? It doesn't look like it. Becerra Lopez will stay in the game. Mcconnell, speedy over at third, so if Wofford can just put one up into the air, should be enough to score Mcconnell from third if it gets to medium depth. 4-pitch walk to Morris with a couple pitches that did not miss by much. The work is cut out for Brody Wofford. Prepares to receive An 0-0 pitch from the lefty, Becerra Lopez. First pitch swung on, foul ball. Count goes to 0-1. You almost knew Becerra Lopez had no other option than to hit the strike zone on the first pitch there after he gave up that 4-pitch walk. You see Eddie Mccabe on deck. Unless a double play happens, he'll get a chance. Swung on and fouled back. Count goes to 0-2. Bases loaded. Cash on second. McConnell on third. Lots of speed there. Livingston Morris sits on first. Wofford has to protect the plate in 0-2. Misses up and away. Waste pitch allows the crowd a chance to breathe. Saturday night, nobody's going home early, especially not in a tie game. And the home side with the bases jammed. 1-2. Swung on. Foul ball. Wofford stays alive. Worth mentioning, there has never in Flathead Field history been a grand slam hit at this park. Mention that pretty much every time the Range Riders have a bases loaded, especially when a guy like Wofford, who leads the team in home runs, is up at the plate. Check swing. Said that he went. Wofford is dispersed on strikes. And up comes Eddie Mccabe with 2 outs. A huge strikeout from Becerra Lopez. And it looks like Emmanuel just took a step up, so both his feet are on the top step over outside the dugout. A huge decision for him right now, the acting head coach. Does he leave a lefty-righty matchup? First pitch swinging from Mccabe. He comes up empty. Count goes to 0-1. It looks like he's going to let Becerra Lopez ride this one out. He has a righty warming up in the bullpen. That would put a righty-righty matchup. This one swung on with ferocity, but missed. And Mccabe is down 0-2, just like Wofford fell down 0-2. Becerra Lopez, what a response after loading the bases with 3 walks. 0-2 into Eddie Mccabe, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Foul ball. Mccabe stays alive. Talking to Mccabe last night, he said they gnawed away at the starting pitcher for the Great Falls Voyagers, Tyler Nauman. And his word specifically, they smelled blood in the water. Well, can we see a shark attack tonight? Swung on, a foul ball. Staying alive is Mccabe, specifically in that seventh inning when he said they smelled blood in the water. He worked a long at-bat by fouling off a ton of 0-2 pitches. This pitch swung on, dribbled back to Becerra Lopez, who will spin and fire to first base for out number 3. Becerra Lopez loads the bases full with 1 out, but he gets out of the jam. We head to the 8th. It is 2-2 between the Voyagers and the Range Riders. fans, we haven't seen a home run hit tonight, but we'd like to remind you that every home run hit here at Flathead Field by your Glacier Range Riders, Hidden Homes Montana, and Keller Williams Realty will be making a donation to local charities. For this homestand, Hidden Homes Montana has chosen the Sparrow's Nest of Northwest Montana as their charity of choice. We're in the top of the 8th inning, and it is the end of the day for Noah Barros. I'll read you his final line in a moment. But first, let's meet the new pitcher. It is Nate Thomas, full name Nathan, 6'3", 245-pounder out of South Bend, Indiana. His hometown is where Ryan Cole, his right fielder, went to school. That's why you know South Bend. And he went to school himself in DeKalb, Illinois, just a state over, across the cornfields of northern Illinois, just west of Chicago. And this season, he's had a really successful stint thus far as a range rider. This is his 10th appearance. He's given up just 1 earned run. He has 12 strikeouts and 3 walks. Really one of the best relievers that the range riders can put out there. The final line for Noah Barros, an incredible outing for him. Come to expect it from the Glacier Range Riders, essentially the ace. 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and 3 strikeouts. That's the part where he really struggled. Couldn't find that punch-out pitch as much, but he forced 11 flyouts and 7 groundouts through 99 pitches, taking him to a clean 200 over his past 2 games. As we prepare to see pitch number 1 from Nathan Thomas. In the zone, a called strike. He's going to see 3-4-5, Riley Jepson, Chris Monroe, and Derrick Colbush. Toughest thing for Noah Barros is to go 7 full, allowing 1 earned run, and not be in line for a win. This one swung on, hit down the the third base line, but it's going to go foul out of play. Count goes to 0-2. Jepson 2 for 3. He scored both of the runs for the Great Falls Voyagers tonight. An 0-2 pitch coming in from Thomas to Jepson. Misses up and in to the big left-hander. Count goes to 1-2. Jepson listed at 6'4", 235 pounds. Attended the same school as Lucas Polanco, Texas Tyler. 1-2. Ooh, can't get the frame from Drew Sims. Tried to get it to work, but home plate umpire Paul Graham not fooled. On the season for Jepson, batting .406, 11 home runs, and 50 RBIs. Swung on and missed. Nathan Thomas battles one of the best players in the league to a strikeout. When you look at MVP candidates for this league, it doesn't go much further than Riley Jepson in that group, as well as, of course, the 2 players for Missoula, Lamar Sparks and Jason Newman. Newman with the home run record and still hovering right around a .400 batting average. I haven't even checked what the stats are updated after their smattering of a series against the Boise Hawks. Definitely going to be overloaded with the way they've dominated the team from Idaho. Swing and a miss, count goes to 0-1. But you got to think it'll probably be, at least the favorite is Newman or Sparks. But if you look around the league, there's some really good players, Jepson being one of them, especially his ability to steal and use power, keep his batting average over .400 amidst all that, too. Count is 0-2 to Chris Monroe, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Colbush also due up this inning, the left-hander. He's waiting on deck after the 0-2 one-out bases empty pitch from Thomas to Monroe. Fouled off. We'll do 0-2 again. Great Falls Voyagers, one of the things that have hurt them tonight, with 2 outs, the Voyagers are 0 for 7. It's a tough number to have for them. 0-2 swung on to second base, deep in the hole. Cash gets up to it. The 360 spin. Oh, my word. A little ballet from Ryan Cash at second base. He knew with Monroe, not the fleetest of foot over there, coming out of the box, the right-handed box, the big 6'5" first baseman. So he knew that he had time. He didn't have to go down to the ground and stop that one early. Fielded it on the ground, and then with all of his momentum going away from first base, 360'd in, no-scoped it to Brody Wofford over standing on the bag. We'll have a replay for you when we get a chance. Absolutely outstanding from Cash, and this one's popped up into the air. Mccabe over, right on the line. Mccabe will grab that one for out number 3. Let's take another look at that Cash play as hit on the ground, deep in the hole. Cash fields. Cash throws and got him out by a half step. What a play from the Texas second baseman. We head to the bottom of the 8th. New pitcher into the game is Joshua Gaynor. He is a right-handed sidewinder, as you could tell with those warm-ups. And, I mentioned how Eddie McCabe described the win last night as smelling blood in the water, and the former LIU Long Island Shark, or the LIU is Long Island University, the LIU Brooklyn Shark comes on. In 3 seasons for LIU, a 2-3 record and a 4.28 ERA for Joshua Gaynor, 60 strikeouts to 28 walks. First pitch misses the zone. Count goes to 1-0. Balls and strikes really not falling the way of Great Falls in this game, or at least in the past 2 innings. They've gotten a lot of close calls going against them, but that one smacks down Main Street, a called strike. Count is 1-1. Also 2 seasons for the St. Cloud Rocks. And in St. Cloud, Minnesota, 6-0 record for Joshua Gaynor. That one had some cheese on it. Count goes to 1-2 as it finds its way right into the zone. This is 2 alumni of Northwoods League teams. Is obviously Ryan Cole, former Rockford Rivet. That one just misses. Count goes to 2-2. 2-2 pitch with no outs, no on for Ryan Cole. If he's able to reach, he can do a lot of damage on the bases. And he will reach. This one is into left field. It falls in front of the left fielder, Deeb. And we have a leadoff base hit for the Glacier Range Riders. Cole puts himself just 3 bases away from a possible leading run. Up comes Drew Sims. Drew Sims 0 for 2 tonight. Line out, strikeout, and a walk. This one's hit to right field. Backing up is the right fielder, and making the catch is Colbush out there in deep right field. First pitch swinging from Sims, and we have our first pinch hitter of the contest, and it's a Glacier Range Riders debut and a huge moment for David Kiriakou. I think I'm pronouncing that correct. He told me how to pronounce it. I tried to write it down the best way I could. Kyriacou. Kiriakou. It is the 5'9", 195-pound infielder, outfield. He can play all over the place. Kiriakou. Tony Hernandez keeping me honest there. So a first Pioneer League at-bat for David Kiriakou comes in a big moment here in the bottom of the 8th. He is a former Kansas Jayhawk. Played most recently with the Joliet Slammers. Swings on that one and fouls it back, and you can see him. He is a built young man down there at the plate. A lot of muscle packed onto this guy. And he did start for 2 full seasons for the Jayhawks. Comes from an incredibly athletic family. As just about every male relative of his, it seems, was a baseball player. That one misses off the plate. Count goes to 2-1. (2-1) for Kiriakou. This is the zone. Count goes to 3-1 now. Kiriakou's worked himself into a hitter's count against the right-handed pitcher, Joshua Gaynor. Ryan Cole on first, waiting to see what the pinch hitter can do in his first Pioneer League at-bat. 3-1 with 1 out. Ball 4. Kiriakou's worked himself a walk. Of course, that's in the DH position, so Mangurian could come back, but also Kiriakou could stay in. They're going to keep Kiriakou on the base paths. Up comes Mason Dennison. What a moment for him now. Go-ahead run at second base in the speedy Ryan Cole. Infield playing him straight up. The first pitch swung on. Heading to center, but it should be right at the center fielder, and it is. Now it'll be an OG, as they say. A guy who has been a part of the Range Riders since day one. Ben Mcconnell even showed up early and helped build this ballpark. Now can he bring the ballpark to life in the bottom of the 8th? Glacier Range Riders, of course, were tied in this contest after the 7th inning. All time, they are 1-3 when tied going into the 8th. If they are tied going into the 9th, their record is still a losing one, 1-2 all time. Long conversation between Gaynor and Polanco, his catcher, and we're just going to have a confab between everybody on the mound. More sarcastic applause as crowd is here for us. They're getting into it plenty. As they meet, we're going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. It's 2-2. Runners on first and second, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. A new pitcher for the Great Falls Voyagers. They bring on number 24, their closer, Montana Quigley. A huge situation for Quigley to come on. It's a 2-2 contest, and Quigley has been stellar this year in close games. Of course, 11 saves as the closer, 4-0 record. This is his 30th appearance, an absolute workhorse for the Great Falls Voyagers. 28 strikeouts to 7 walks. Ben Mcconnell will step up to face Quigley here. With the runners going on contact and speed on second, and Ryan Cole easily a cracked hit could mean a lead for the Glacier Range Riders. Huge at-bat in the bottom of the 8th here. 2-2 is our score. Ben Mcconnell 1 for 3 today with a single on a hard ground ball into left field. He walked his most recent time up as well. Play ball, we are underway as Quigley gets the sign from the catcher, Lucas Polanco. First pitch, up high. Count goes to 1-0. It's not like walking Mcconnell will relieve any pressure, as waiting on deck is Ryan Cash, one of the leaders for the Range Riders in batting average. Crowd trying to clap him across. 1-0. Swung on and missed from Ben Mcconnell. Count goes to 1-1. 2 outs. Cole on second. Kiriakou on first. Working a huge walk in his first Range Rider at bat. The 1-1 misses low. Count goes to 2-1. Quigley can't find the placement. 2-1, 2 outs. Just 5 career stolen bases post high school for Kiriakou. So not somebody you expect to really burn rubber on the base paths, but again, he'll be going on contact from Mcconnell. Contact is made. It is torched, but foul. That one probably hit the temporary clubhouse over beyond right field. Just a little bit too far ahead of it was Ben Mcconnell. Mcconnell does have some oomph in his bat if he can connect. On the season, 4 home runs. 2-2 pitch coming in from Quigley to McConnell. Crowd not giving up on him. The pitch. Swung on, foul ball. Another 2-2 coming in. Crowd starting another clap. 2-2, 2 outs, 2 on. I thought about a pickoff throw back to second base, but it doesn't happen. Trying to keep Cole honest, minimize his jump on a potential base hit. Pitch misses in the dirt. Polanco loses it, and Cole is able to reach third base. He was quick to that one to read that Polanco didn't have that one clean. A wild pitch puts the go-ahead run 90 feet away. 3-2, 2 outs, runners on the corners. Kiriakou will be going on the pitch with a full count coming in to Ben Mcconnell. A ball loads the bases for Ryan Cash. A strike sends us to the 9th in a tie game. Quigley gets the sign from Polanco. Sets, prepares to fire. The pitch. Swung on. It's a wild pitch, and it'll score the run. McConnell gets to first. It is a game-leading strikeout from Ben McConnell. Whatever gets the job done, I guess. He's going to reach on, I believe, a wild pitch. Cole, quick to it. Kiriakou gets to second. Maybe Nick Emanuel is asking for a foul ball there. That's all I can think of. We'll see if we have a replay. No, did not load the replay in time there. So Nick Emanuel wanted to talk about something, and I assume it was the possibility of a foul ball rather than that being missed cleanly by Mcconnell. Or maybe saying Mcconnell went out of the baseline on his follow-through of that swing. Also, you could probably have a decent argument for that. The lead is now belonging to the Glacier Range Riders. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. Ryan Cash 1 for 3 tonight. 0-1 pitch upcoming. Runners on first and second. Kiriakou on second. Mcconnell on first. Both of them will be going on contact from Cash. 0-1. Misses low. Count goes to 1-1. Quigley would not receive the loss if the Glacier Range Riders hold on to the win the rest of the way, as that earned run will go against the former pitcher Joshua Gaynor. 1-1 with 2 outs. Cash trying to break through. Gives some insurance now. Swung on. A high fly ball down the left field line. Coming over is Riley Jepson. It's going around. It falls! It falls in fair territory. Nobody is at third. The throw into second. Now, the throw home, out at the plate. 1 run scores on that. It's going to go down as an RBI single from Ryan Cash. What a crazy play. Mcconnell gets thrown out at the plate, but 1 run comes across. It's 4-2. I don't believe what just happened, as that one was lost in the Bermuda Triangle. And, we'll see. You see McConnell sitting there bummed out that he got thrown out at the plate. But now we're going to get a chance for Justin Coleman to get the save. Don't go anywhere. We are going to have an exciting 9th inning for you. Back here, we're in the top of the 9th inning. It is a save opportunity for Justin Coleman. He has 3 of them on the year. This is his 23rd appearance as a Glacier Range Rider. Over the course of his 23 appearances, he has 35 strikeouts to 14 walks, 16 earned runs over 27 2/3 innings pitched. He is second on the team in ERA. Coleman will see Deeb to start. First pitch, breaking ball, buttery stuff to find the zone. Count goes to 0-1. Now Coleman will set and fire this one. A swing and a miss. He's ahead 0-2. Due up this half inning beyond Deeb. It's 7 and 8, Runge and Polanco, the bottom of the order, have to try and get through one of the top Glacier options to finish off games. 0-2. Back to Coleman, fielded, flipped. 1-3 ground out, 1 away in the top of the ninth. Nice play from Coleman there. Not too hot to him, so he was able to just reach down at his shoe tops, grab that one, and from there, it is easy to get it to Wofford. Up comes Colin Runge. Runge on the day, 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. Late to that one as Coleman blew it by him. Count goes to 0-1. 1 out. Range Rider faithful sticking through to see the full 9 of this contest. The 0-1 from Coleman. Up high, check swing, appeal to first, said he did not go. Crowd doesn't like it. They'll have to accept it. Count goes even now, 1-1 for Runge. One out, bases empty. The pitch. Oh no, another good pitch from Coleman. He's working his best stuff out there. Count is 1-2 in his favor. Runge prepares to receive. Up high. Count goes to 2-2. On deck, Lucas Polanco. It is a 4-2 contest here, top of the ninth. The Glacier Range Riders lead, trying to finish this one off in dramatic fashion. After a wild pitch and a bloop Bermuda Triangle single, brought across 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. This one swung on and missed. Down on strikes is Runge. The last chance is Polanco. Another look at that strikeout from Coleman. A deep breath and got him with the breaker. Nice pitch there. And Polanco stands at the plate, the last chance for the Great Falls Voyagers. Coleman sets. Sad to have missed the zone. That one was not far off from being strike one. Instead, it's a 1-0 count. 2 outs. Polanco 0 for 2, but I've mentioned every time he's come up, his first at-bat, he broke up a perfect game that Barros was working. That one swung on a miss. Count goes to 1-1. A great Saturday night crowd coming out here and supporting every single one of the 26 outs they've seen against the Great Falls Voyagers, trying to see out number 27. Coleman sets to fire the 1-1. Breaking ball misses low and outside. Count goes in favor of Polanco at 2-1. If Polanco can extend this game, Oviedo stands on deck. Started this game 2 for 2, but he came up empty his last time, so he's 2 for 3 on the contest. Swung on and missed. The Great Falls Voyagers are down to their final strike on a Saturday night. Every single one of the Flathead faithful trying to pull Coleman across the finish line. 2-2, 2 outs. Coleman sets, fires, called, strike 3. Range Riders win the contest by a score of 4-2. Nothing better than ending the game with a strikeout. Justin Coleman fired up.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Our series against the Voyagers continues tomorrow.
What a gutsy performance from the Glacier Range Riders from start to finish. It took a total team effort. They were able to get a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the first inning. They made it 2-0 in the bottom of the third, but then an error in left field was able to aid the Great Falls Voyagers in bringing one across and They brought another across as well. It was 2-2. Barros left the game, throwing 7 full, but not in place for the victory. But I'll tell you what, the bullpen came on. Nathan Thomas did his job to perfection. And then you turn around and you see Justin Coleman. What a weapon it is to have a closer that can come on and slam the door shut. That is the second time this season he's grabbed a big save against the Great Falls Voyagers. Send the nearly 2,000 that made their way out to Flathead Field home happy. On the other side, got to talk about the offense in a moment, but let me close the book on the pitching staff and figure out, once again, who we got to talk to in this contest. The win goes to Nathan Thomas. And as I dig deep into my handy-dandy bag of tricks, Nathan Thomas does not have a win this year. Let me go back into his professional resume. And for the Thomas family watching at home, if they're still up in South Bend, congratulations to them as well as Nathan. The first professional win for Nathan Thomas as he goes 1 inning, gets a strikeout, and the lead right after came to the Range Riders in the bottom of the 8th. You look on the other side. The loss is handed to Joshua Gaynor, who the 2 earned runs in the bottom of the 9th go against him, despite Montana Quigley being on the mound when they came across. And the save, how about it from Justin Coleman? 2 strikeouts in the top of the 9th to ensure victory for the home side. Let's talk about offense. Who stuck out on the Voyagers side of things? I can tell you that it was a strong outing from Riley Jepson, who scored both the runs, a 2-for-4 day for him, and a double. Also doubles from Oviedo and Derrick Colbush, RBI. The only one came across, was brought across by Derrick Colbush, as there was an error as well that brought the other run across in this 4-2 contest. For the Glacier Range Riders, 2 hits by Ryan Cash, 2-for-4 and an RBI for him on the day. On the other side, Ben Mcconnell, 1-for-4 with a run scored. Ryan Cole, 1-for-4. He was with a run scored. Mason Dennison, also 1-for-4. Those are all 6 hits that the Range Riders were able to get. Of course, Livingston Morris scored a run, and so did the debutante as not a rookie, but a rookie Pioneer League player, David Kiriakou. I'm going to get it. I have a recording of him saying it, and I just forget it when I'm on it. But David K. able to get Davy K. Maybe that's just what we'll go with. Davy K. able to get a big run scored that gave some insurance. 4-2, our final score. I think we might be talking to Ryan Cole after this contest. He had a good outing in the field and as well as on the base paths. That'll do it for me, Scott Gladstone. An exciting 4-2 victory in favor of the Glacier Range Riders. They found 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th. It just the second time ever that they've had a tie going into the 7th or going into the 8th inning and have been able to come back and find a victory. A huge 4-2 victory keeps them within striking distance of a playoff. However, Missoula on the other side of the Rocky Mountain West does not look like they're going to bend any, so the Range Riders will still be 6 games back of first place. Their tragic number will go down to 20 as they're going to leave it late to make a possible run at the PBL playoffs in their inaugural season. We'll see you tomorrow at 1:05. It's a quick turnaround, only a few hours away, and we got more baseball. So please keep the Range Riders YouTube up on your browser. Don't even need to exit out. Just join us back here in approximately 14, 15 hours, and we'll have it ready to go. More Pioneer League baseball from Flathead Field. Thanks once again for joining into today's broadcast. My name is Scott Gladstone. It's been an honor to bring you another fantastic contest. Please have a great rest of your night and stay safe out there.